What if you could win just by talking? Welcome back to Wanbo MTG, Japanese Commander Tech. Today, cards that make the pod negotiate. Deals, grudges, chaos. Every turn, the whole table votes on whether to blow up the world. They always say no, and you draw a card for it. Coercive Portal. A 4-mana colorless artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, every player votes for Carnage or Homage. Carnage destroys every non-land permanent. Homage hands you a card, and a tie counts as Homage. So why is that good? Because the vote almost never goes Carnage. In a 4-player game, all 3 opponents have to agree. One player who likes their own board, and you just keep drawing. So this is a colorless Phyrexian arena that costs you no life. No color, no life, no downside. Kind of rude. And the player who is winning has to protect it for you. Now flip it around. When you are behind, Carnage is the threat. It is the one board wipe your opponents can talk themselves into. One catch, you vote first, so everybody else answers you. So vote Homage, look bored, and let the table do the work. 3 cards that turn this into a real deck. Illusion of Choice. 1 blue mana at instant speed. You choose how every player votes, and it draws you a card. So on your upkeep, Carnage wins unanimously. You just wipe the table with a 1-mana cantrip. Second, Ashea, Soul of the Wild. Your non-token creatures are forest lands, and Carnage only kills non-lands. So the board explodes, and your whole team just stands there. Academy Ruins is a land too, so it buys the portal back. Third, Grudge Keeper. Every opponent who voted against you loses 2 life. And this is the only vote in the format that repeats. So that is a drain trigger on every single upkeep. Where does it go? Zedru the Greathearted. A whole deck about being everyone's friend, so the vote never turns. Lord Windgrace. That board is lands, so Carnage barely touches it. Muldrotha. The Gravitide rebuilds everything afterwards. That includes casting the portal again out of the graveyard, or any deck that is happy with an empty battlefield. So, is it worth a slot in your deck? It is slow, it is symmetric, and you never fully control the vote. On an empty board, it does nothing at all. 3 out of 5s, but nothing else turns your upkeep into a table-wide argument. 2 mana, no colors. It looks like filler. In Commander, it quietly counters their best spell, Reito Lantern. A 2-mana colorless artifact that never taps. 3 mana sends any card from any graveyard to the bottom of its owner's library at instant speed. So why is this actually good? Because it is not graveyard hate. It is interaction. Almost every reanimation spell targets a card in a graveyard. Move that card in response, and the spell has no legal target. And it is not just spells. Marin of Clan Neltoth dies the same way. It is countered on resolution, and they are out a whole card. And you did it with a turn 2 artifact. And it does not exile, it buries. In a 100-card singleton deck, that is close enough. Unlike Rest in Peace, your own graveyard keeps working, so nobody feels attacked by it. And it is colorless, so every deck you own can play it. Now here is where this gets really interesting. Somebody casts Reanimate on Archon of Cruelty. Bottom the Archon in response, and Reanimate does nothing at all. Now point it at your own graveyard, with Grenzo, Dungeon Warden. Grenzo digs up the bottom card of your library, so you choose what he finds. 5 mana, and any creature that is not bigger than Grenzo walks back. Or take Arvinox, the Mind Flail. At your end step, it exiles the bottom card of each opponent's library. Respond to that trigger by bottoming their best dead permanent. Arvinox exiles exactly that card, and you get to cast it. 1 artifact, and it is doing 4 completely different jobs. Best homes for it, Grenzo and Arvinox, obviously. Kozilek, the Great Distortion, because colorless has no other answer. Traxos, Scourge of Krug, because casting an artifact untaps him. And honestly, any deck that already holds mana up. Every one of them wants this effect anyway. So, is it worth a slot in your deck? It is niche, and that is fine. 3 out of 5. It is not for every deck you own. But in a colorless deck, this is interaction you cannot get anywhere else. There is a card that makes other people's monsters fight each other, and you get to pick who they are angry at every single turn. Bloodthirsty Blade. A 2-mana colorless equipment. The equipped creature gets 2 extra power, and it is goaded. Goaded means it has to swing every combat, and never at you. 1 mana at sorcery speed straps it onto a creature they control. So why is that good? Because it is removal that never makes an enemy. You did not kill their creature, you gave it a job. Here is the fun part. This thing has no equipability at all. It only ever goes on their side of the table, but you never actually hand it over. You still control the blade. They cannot touch it, only you move it. So every turn, 1 mana points the biggest monster at somebody new. Whoever is running away with the game is the one getting hit. Be honest, you have wanted that button your whole life. One thing nobody tells you, Goad never forces anybody to pay a cost. So if the only ghostly prison out there is not yours, that sword comes back at you. Run your own, and now it can just stay home instead. Which is fine, it was never coming at you anyway. 3 pairings that turn this into an actual deck. Vengeful Ancestor. Whenever a goaded creature attacks, it burns its own controller. Most goad effects last 1 turn. The blade never wears off, so that is a bill they pay every single combat. Coercive, the Eye Tyrant. When an opponent swings at another opponent, you draw. The blade makes sure that happens, whether they like it or not. You built a card, draw engine out of somebody else's creature. Kenrith's Transformation. It strips every ability off their bomb, but being goaded is not an ability, so the sword still works. Their commander is now an elk, with a sword, walking at your neighbor. So where does it live? Marasi, Breaker of the Coil, goads the whole table. Grenzo, Havoc Razor, does it for 2 mana off combat damage. Queen Marquesa, because a pillow fort wants the punches aimed elsewhere. And honestly, any deck that would rather make deals than removal spells. 4 stars, cheap, repeatable, and it never makes an enemy. It does not win you the game. It decides who does. 2 mana, and suddenly the whole table wants to talk to you. Not the strongest card in your deck, easily the most fun one. Okay, this one asks you to shuffle your entire board into your library. And somehow, that is the best thing your deck can possibly do. Glimpse of Tomorrow. A red sorcery with no mana cost printed on it. Suspend 3, 2 red. Shuffle every permanent you own into your library. Then reveal that many cards. Every permanent revealed hits the battlefield. Everything else goes to the bottom. So why is that actually good? No mana cost means mana value 0. 0 is under every bar in the game, so every free cast effect takes it. You almost never actually wait the 3 turns. It also counts permanents, not power. 10 junk tokens are 10 real cards off the top of your deck. Treasures, clues, food, every leftover token you never cracked. All of it counts, and the whole new board arrives at once, so every enters trigger fires together. And it counts permanents you own, not the ones you control. Whatever you stole stays behind, and whatever they stole comes home. Bloodbraid Elf cascades into it, because Cascade wants a card that costs less. The elf casts it for free, with no waiting at all. As Foretold pays 0 for it, the turn it comes down. Electro Dominance does it from your hand, at instant speed, on their turn. Krenko, Mob Boss, sends 10 goblins in, and 10 cards come off the top. Junk in, real cards out. And Colony Garden is a land that shows up with a friend, so it counts twice. One more thing. Your commander gets shuffled away with everything else. Send it to the command zone instead, and it still counts as a card. Maelstrom Wanderer cascades twice, so the commander casts Glimpse for you. And it hands out haste, so the new board can attack immediately. Perfaros, God of the Forge, turns the whole arriving board into damage. Pros, Skyraider of Kur, hands you free kobolds every time you cast him, or any red deck that goes wide, and then runs out of gas. So, is it worth a slot in your deck? It is random, and you cannot fix that. It shuffles before it reveals, and every instant you reveal is just a wasted card. 3 out of 5s. You do not slot this card in, you build a deck for it. 4 mana, and it removes nothing and counters nothing. And yet the whole table stops playing creatures. Portcullis. A 4 mana colorless artifact. Whenever a creature enters, if 2 or more others are already out, it is exiled. And it comes back when Portcullis leaves the battlefield. So why is that actually good? Because nothing dies. Every creature it eats is alive in exile, waiting. Nobody rebuilds, and nobody holds a grudge against you. It does not target, and it does not destroy. So hexproof and indestructible both do nothing here. The trick is order. Land your 2 best creatures, then drop the box. Yours stay out. Everything anybody plays after that disappears. It is a board stall, and you built it on purpose. Now every player has something locked inside it, which means you are holding hostages, and nobody breaks it first. 3 cards that make this a real deck. Warstorm Surge. Your creature really does enter, so the damage fires before Portcullis eats it. You keep the damage, the box keeps the creature. Solemn Simulacrum fetches a land on the way in, and another one on the way back out. Tokens are the exception. They go in and stop existing. Third, Nevinyrral's Disc kills the board itself and Portcullis, so the vault opens onto an empty battlefield. Everything walks back, and every enters trigger fires again. One catch, it opens for everybody, so pick your turn. Where does it go? Ural the Miststalker. 1 creature wearing a pile of auras, so the box costs him nothing. Duretti, Scrap Savant cracks the box for free, and rebuilds after. Slowbad, Goblin Tinkerer does it at instant speed, for no mana, or any deck that plays 2 fatties and owns a hammer. So, is it worth a slot in your deck? It is slow, it is symmetric, and on an empty board it does nothing. 3 out of 5s, but no other card turns a stalled board into a room full of deals. So, did you find a new favorite card today? Or a deal you never saw coming? One card, one deep dive, every time. More hidden gems are waiting in your deck. If this got you hyped, smash that like, hit subscribe, and tell me your favorite political card in the comments. From Japan to your table, see you in the next one.